This video is gonna be is part of a series. So basically, every video that's coming next, some of it might not be related to this, but this video and other videos will be part of a series called Sam Raimi's original Spider-Man 3. And we just go on topic of literally anything that was cut from the movie. And for today's episode, just start off with what we were all disappointed in, but what we could have been loving. Yeah, it's Venom. Okay, so where do we start? Basically, this movie was gonna go very fucking differently. When I say differently, I mean there was a shit ton of things cut out. I swear to God, this movie might have been 3 hours long. Because there was just a lot of shit to talk about, alright? This is like fucking Zack Snyder's Justice League, alright? And when I tell you there's a lot of shit that got cut out, there's a lot of shit that got cut out. And when I tell you there's a lot of things for Venom, there is a lot of unused shit for Venom. So let's start with the concept art, because there is a lot of concept art that's really fucking weird. Alright, let's get the elephant out of the room. Let's just... What the fuck is this? Sam, what were you smoking? Okay, there's just a few things I want to say about this. Honestly, I like what they were going with here. At the same time, I don't. But, so, Venom is an alien from space. And this looks more like an alien-ish. But this looks more like if a xenomorph bonded with Venom. And that honestly looks cool. Or if Venom just fucking like burst, his chest burst and the fucking alien came out, but it was a fucking symbiote alien. Either one of those, and I like it, but it's just not Venom. You know, I don't. Also, how the fuck are they gonna pull this out? Also, how the fuck were they gonna make this PG-13 with this motherfucker looking like that? This man looks like an actual xenomorph. As far as I'm concerned, xenomorphs used to scare the shit out of me as a kid. Now, this concept art of Venom makes him look more human-ish and monster-ish, like a fucking alien from the head, too. His body just creeps me out. His head makes it look like he's an actual, like, fucking alien. Like, those aliens with big heads. I don't know what those types of aliens are called. But, yeah. There's this other concept art of Venom. You know, it's just the one that we got, but except... he has that mouth, that small human mouth, and apparently he has no eyes or lenses. Like, that looks Sam Raimi-ish, but if he wasn't making a Spider-Man movie, but instead just a Venom-based character. No? Yeah. Okay, I have a question for this. What were they trying to make, Venom or Carnage? Because this looks like Carnage to me. I don't know if this was a concept art that they wanted to put Carnage in instead of Venom, but this looks like Carnage. And apparently the top says Spider-Man 3 Venom, but I don't know. It doesn't look like Venom at all. Also, how the fuck was it supposed to look like for Spider-Man 2? Was it supposed to be like the same suit, but just fully red and pink? Okay, so this one was actually kind of brought to life, but a bit changed. So we get the return of the alien head thing. I don't like the alien head. It just doesn't look right on Venom. I guess it's just the closed mouth that makes it look like that, but the lenses are much more comic accurate. The body type is much more comic accurate, and yeah. The white spider logo, I don't know if it's supposed to be white, maybe just the whole thing is black, but it looks a bit comic accurate, but just more spread it out, like, you know, Andrew. It kind of looks like Andrew Garfield's spider symbol, honestly. So this was an unused design for Venom that I think was supposed to be used originally for like the whole movie, for Eddie Brock, of course. This is just the Venom, but with small mouth, human with human teeth. And yeah, the lenses look like the one we got, kinda. You know, everything is just similar. There's nothing much for this. I wonder how this would have played out for the movie. Okay, I genuinely want to know how this Venom opens his mouth with his mouth like that. I mean, this is just crazy on how that looks like. I mean, I really am curious on how that would have worked. I think the reason why they scrapped it is because they didn't know how he was gonna open his mouth or look like when he opened his mouth. The lenses are like, you know, the original. Everything's the same except for the mouth. You know, just like the last one with the human mouth. Okay, throughout this whole section, I'm gonna be a bit pissed off because of how they fucking cut this one out, and I absolutely love this design. So basically, this is Venom. What they actually used in the movie. They actually used this suit in the movie, believe me. And it looked so comic accurate. I absolutely love this design, and I wish we could have gotten this design in the movie instead of what we got. I like the original design, don't get me wrong, but this just looks amazing. Just the claws, the logo, the look of the fucking guy. They were gonna use an animatronic at some point too, and the animatronic just looks creepy as hell too. Just like, and also there was supposed to be some lighting that made it look like it was from the animated series. This was gonna be amazing. They said Sam Raimi didn't knew Venom. He wasn't a fan of Venom, but he knew what he was doing with the character. He knew. And the reason why they cut it out is because the audiences for the screening were terrified of this fucker. He was a nightmare, so Sony made Sam Raimi change that. And let me just tell you, if audiences were scared of Venom, that is amazing. Wouldn't that just convince you that Venom would have been the best, probably one of the best Sam Raimi villains to be there if he was horrifying. More horrifying than the Green Goblin. Imagine. Fucking goddamn you, Sony. Kevin Feige, you did it. Avi Arad, you did it again, motherfucker. Also, I would like to point out that there was this unused Spider-Man black suit that they were gonna use, but they didn't use it because it looked like it was from a porn movie. Yeah, I see how. Yeah, I see it now. I see it now. Sadly, just the leathery. Just no. But the logos did look cool. You know, imagine we actually had that. It would look cool. But then again, parents would just have their fucking dirty minds and say, "Are we watching a porn movie?" Alright, so this is the last topic we'll talk about today, and then we'll end the video, because, yeah. This was a original ending for the movie. This is a bit brutal and too dark for a Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, but then again, the Goblin got fucking impaled by his own glider, so what do we expect? And also, he fucking disintegrated people into bones, so why not disintegrate someone else into bones? Oh yeah, we're talking about that. Yeah, so basically, fucking Spider-Man, when Peter did that thing with those metal thing poles before he stripped down and start stripping, he just started fucking pulling that thing, and then he just started hitting those things, causing a sound wave that Venom to like make it weak, and then he saw Eddie Brock pull them out, but when he pulled them out, it seemed like Venom has already consumed him and made him into bones. Venom has fully bonded with Eddie Brock and killed him. Holy shit. Also, Gwen Stacy was supposed to be in the final battle of this movie, and basically she was just gonna get kidnapped by Eddie Brock instead of Mary Jane, you know. So yeah, that's one thing they changed. But yeah, that's not very important for this topic video thing. We'll talk about that afterwards, but just wanted to pull that out because Venom does that in the movie. He also dies, turns into a skeleton. He was all supposed to be buff. And yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about in this video. In the next video, we'll talk about everything about Sandman. Now, the concept art, there's not much for him, but there was a lot of shit cut out too. Because, you know, we can't have a good movie, apparently.